Hey guys, this week on AdoreThem.com we are offering the Baby's First Year collection, which is sponsored by People Toy Company. I'm here with Carissa and Rudy Valenta of People Toy Company, and we're so excited to have you here today. Thank you for traveling in.
Thank you for having us. I'm so excited to be a part of the collection.
Before we started this little interview thing, and as you'll be able to see here, we had so much fun playing with all the babies this morning. They were so cute. They had so much fun with the toys, as you guys can tell as we mix it in here. But it was a fun morning, and I'm really glad to have the opportunity to sit down with you.
Our new company is called People Toy Company. We're an extension of our Japanese headquarters, People, in Japan. They've been around since the late 1970s. But for the first time this year, we're bringing our products that have been tried and true, tested in Japan to the US. And that's with our Brain Builders and our Mochi series. And our whole idea there is to break down the first year of developmental milestones, month by month, and create a product or a toy that helps facilitate the development for the child, and helping parents understand and utilize play to facilitate those skills.
I love how much education is behind the toys. I mean, every toy was designed with a specific purpose and geared towards all the developmental milestones from the first year. So I love that. I love what you're doing. I love the education that you're bringing along with really cool toys.
Your toys they start at newborn and go till?
18 months.
Okay. And so if you're looking at a newborn toy, what goes into that? Because
So
I know for me as a mom, do they even notice that there's a toy in front of them? But they do.
They do. They definitely do. So to answer your question earlier too, is from a design process, is we looked at the developmental milestones that doctors, educators, they all found that all children go through. We looked at what months they happen in, and then we said, how can we help parents work on those skills month by month, and also remind them what their child is going through. So with the newborn, people often forget that tiny newborn, it's still brand new. It has to figure out how to use their fingers, toes, eyes, nose, like all those senses. So for the big thing for them is when they're crying, it's not because they're upset. It's just, so much is going on and they need to be calmed. So that's where we have our Cry No More Baby Rattle, which is great parent-guided play, where it's just a fun rattle to catch their attention that's calming. But it also has a newborn womb sound in it, which is the same sound that they hear when you're in the mother's womb. So you can play that. That's very calming to them and relaxes them. It actually has the nickname of the magic wand in Japan because it works so well. And then our lullaby rattle, which has a very calming jingle. But also babies, as their eyes are starting to develop, you'll notice that they stare into the sun or like bright lights. And with this, with a glitter wrap on it, it's an easy and safe way to catch their eye, kind of guide them in their attention without them staring into lights and hurting their eyes.
And that's an interesting point too, that at that stage, it is a lot of parent interaction. So it's kind of a tool that parents can use to interact and start teaching their baby at such a young age. So I think it's interesting to hear, and look for that. I know it's so exciting to watch your baby grow and learn things, but to be able to know that you're looking for that if they can start to track something, or you notice if you get their attention, even that is really special.
Right.
Coming from a teeny tiny little baby.
And that's the big thing is, with new parents, parenting is a very interactive thing, and it's something that we're excited, we want parents to be excited about, interacting with them, helping them learn those skills, exploring their surroundings, understanding how their body works. And so all of our products kind of work with that. And like you said, from newborn to 3 or 4 months, it's a lot of parent-guided play and helping your child do that. And we want parents to be excited about interactive play, interacting with them, and holding them, and growing with them, because it's that first year is so important.
Yeah.
And it just flies by if you don't.
Yeah.
take your time and really embrace every second.
For sure. What's your favorite toy? Your personal favorite? Not the bestseller, but what's yours that you love?
My favorite is the baby yoga exercise ball.
That was really cool. I'll show a little clip here of it, but can you explain it a little bit too?
So what it is, it's this foam, I shouldn't say foam, it's looks like an elephant with crinkly ears, which replicates the sound of the moon, but it also has a scrunchie that you can hook to their foot. And so when you hook it there to their foot around like 4 months, especially when they're exploring their toes, they reach for their toes and they can grab onto the ears and kind of push and pull, and it looks like they're going through the baby yoga. Baby yoga, and a lot of exercise poses that you see that we use in yoga today.
Yeah. And which one does the best for you guys?
Our best seller is called the Educational Eddie Rattle.
It's cute.
And that's one of our most versatile toys. So it's great for teething. We say it's a great time is around 5 months, especially when they can hold it themselves. But it has chewable hands and feet that babies like that are all hinged, so they can kind of chase around it with their mouth, as well as a shaped like a mom hat that babies just kind of like to lick, teeth on, suck, as well as it has these strings. And one thing that we do is for our research is we have a lot of moms that try our products and they write diaries on it. And one big thing that we kept hearing is that when children were being carried, they would chew on their mom's sweatshirt strings. And so we incorporated that into the toy, and babies love chewing on those strings. So yeah, it does quite well for us.
Yeah.
The one thing that I wanted to mention, and I say it in one of the articles, but I think it's really important, is there was a line on one of your educational materials that talked about how feeding the baby's brain is like just as important as feeding them nutritionally. And that really spoke to me as a mom of 3 children, that buying these products, there really should be a lot of thought that goes into picking out the perfect toy for your child. You want there to be an education behind it and a purpose for it. And I really appreciate and I'm in awe of everything that you do to produce just one toy. I mean, you really take your time to do your research and the science behind it all. I think it really shows, and what you're left with is something that's really awesome that babies love and parents can really appreciate. So thank you.
Thank you. Reflection and sensory play, like with mirror toys. So it's really fun because they can see their own idea, but since it hinges or they're sitting at a table and it makes sound, it's something that's easy for them to grab, play with the reflection and kind of explore what they see. And so that's what we're achieving with this. And all of our products, of course, are BPA, failure.
The other thing we wanted to dive into is, what's the title? You're a play expert, or what was your training there?
So I'm a certified play expert with ASTRA, which is the American Specialty Retailer Toy Association. And with that is you take a very extensive course training for learning how play is so important, not only for kids, but for parents. And how, every day everyone needs play. It's kind of a release. And, play is not just reward, but it's a learning process. Every day, whether you want to watch a video, go outside, fidget with an object, play sports. From an early age to 99, over 100, you need to play to feed your brain.
Yeah.
So we incorporate a lot of that learning and understanding of why play is so important to all of our products as well. everyone wants to know what is their baby's going through, and they don't want to do the wrong thing or the right thing, or like making sure that they don't miss a beat. But the thing is, every child's different, and what we looked at are these basic guidelines, and that's what's there to kind of help you get the right toy at the right time, or just more importantly, understand what your child is going through, so that you don't misread it or overthink it. And it's just kind of enjoy being a parent, first of all.
Yeah.
Enjoy that time with your child.
And assuring them that, that there isn't like a hard wrong thing. Like,
right.
You can't play with your child wrong, especially if you're interacting and you're looking to them to kind of guide that and see what they're interested in. Maybe the box says 2 months, but maybe your baby's interested at 1 month, or maybe it's 3 or 4 months, and that's okay. Like, as long as you guys are having fun together, that's the goal. And like you said, I think it's helpful to have the guidelines, and it's fascinating to learn about your baby, because they're not giving you that feedback either. Usually,
right.
They're not saying, "Oh, hey, mom, so this month I'm going to be doing this, this, and this." So it's kind of nice to see that, and I appreciate that in the toys as well, that the packaging lays out like, this is why we made this, and this is some guidelines.
So the big thing too is, a lot of people go by age, but we say as a parent, just watch what your child is doing, what they're doing. If they're picking a lot of things up and working on that, get a pinching and pulling skill set for those fine motor skills. If they're really exploring and like looking for the reflection in like a puddle of water or a window, they're ready for a sensory play, and you need a mirror toy. One big thing that we always do with our products is that we not only do it by age, but by skill. So you can find that right product at the right time. Because a lot of products, such as teething, everything says 3 months enough, because that's when, most children start teething. But some start earlier, some don't start until like 9 months. So it's being a parent, just understanding what your child is going through, and that it's not wrong or right for it to be later or earlier.
For sure. Oh, and you could see that too with the babies playing. Like, they all have their favorites, which was so cool to see. Like, we kind of would try different things, and I think each one of them had one in particular that then they played with forever, which was so interesting to see, that they all had something a little bit different, and it was just gauging it.
That's one thing I always like to tell parents too, is that go with the recommended age, see what they're going through. If they don't take after right away, it's all right. Hold on to it for, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and keep trying to see it. And then when they do take it, then they're ready for it and can really work on that skill.
You made an interesting point too with looking at what they're doing anyway. When you're out and about, what are they taking notice of? What are they trying to do? So what are a couple of those things you mentioned a little bit, like pinching, or grasping, or seeing reflections? Are there any other things?
You'll notice some things are like, parents always want to get them ready for their first word.
Yeah.
They say mommy and daddy. So if you notice them kind of like babbling a lot, or like sucking in, most people forget that children can actually blow out first, and that they can only suck air in. So with our Mochi Trumpet, it's a 2-way trumpet. And so the beautiful thing about that is when you notice that, that's the right time to get them on that trumpet. So when they're sucking in on that trumpet, it'll make a sound. But the key is when they accidentally blow out, they'll hear a different sound, and that's going to pique their curiosity and say, how can I recreate that? And then so just children are so smart, their own curiosity will drive them, and they'll start trying it. And as soon as they learn how to blow out, they'll have that other sound, they'll be playing music. And what I always say is the best thing is that come their first birthday, they'll be able to blow out that candle.
I love it.
I really like seeing how much the kids explored each toy. I mean, each toy really has a lot of different shapes and textures to it, that it was really neat to see them twisting the toy around and rotating it and feeling it. Really nice.
Our big thing is we want parents to know what's going on so they can do the best for their child and to get those skills. 'Cause building that strong foundation the first year is so crucial. And that's just our main goal. To understand the milestones is huge because to me, you know, I see this every day and I study it, and you know, to me it's second nature at this point. But I always remind myself that when you have a child, you have so much going on. You know, between pregnancy, getting ready, and you have it, time, sleep deprived. You have to remind yourself, you know, a newborn's eyes don't, you know, they're not tracking properly. You got to help them with that, and you know, assist them and to get them to working. And then when you see that's what's going on, and you see that, you know, they achieve that skill, that's such a sense of accomplishment for parents.
Yeah.
Like
We're
you said,
doing the right thing.
you know, and with the gripping,
Yeah.
and knowing that they can't hold things yet, and you
Yeah.
forget that you created this skill at a young age, and that's why you can do it. It's to see your child develop those skills, pinching and pulling, you know, first words. It takes a lot to get to that. So,
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially, I mean, like in motor development, a lot of that comes later, and talking comes later, the big things that we think about in baby development. So I think it's nice to get a couple of those pieces along the way to hold you over a little bit, and yeah, to assure you that, you know, you're doing a good job raising that baby first year. Is tough. So whether it's toys or just, you know, reading stuff and understanding that like every baby's a little bit different, every family's a little bit different, and you know, we're here for support along the way.
exactly. Feed their curiosity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nurture them.
We'll leave you with that, right? Feed their curiosity, nurture them is a big one, and yeah, hopefully that helps. But thank you so much for meeting with us
Thank
today,
you.
Rudy, and thank you for all of the awesome toys. And we'll make sure that everybody knows where to get everything, and we hope you check out the rest of the collection. Bye, guys.
Thank you.